Earlier this year, Raja Nainggolan said something that cuts right to the heart of this story. Asked about Roberto Martinez leaving him out of Belgium's 2018 World Cup squad, he didn't hold back. "I don't know if Martinez detested me," he said, "but Belgium could have won the 2018 World Cup if he'd picked me." Think about what that sentence actually means. Not, "we could have gone further." Not, "we had a decent chance." Belgium could have won it. And a player who scored 2 Champions League semi-final goals that year, a player Martinez chose to leave at home, still believes that to his core. That is not a complaint about minutes or respect. That is an argument about wasted potential, about a group of players who were good enough to go all the way, and a coach who never quite found a way to take them there. Belgium had everything. Eden Hazard at his peak. Kevin De Bruyne operating as one of the best midfielders in European football. Romelu Lukaku as a genuine number 9 who could carry any league on his own. Behind them, Courtois, Company, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, a generation with no excuse not to win something. They never did. Not under Martinez. Big stages, beautiful football in patches. But the criticism never went away. Too much individual quality. Not enough collective structure. Now watch Portugal pass sideways against DR Congo and tell me Nainggolan's words don't come back. Portugal were the better team on paper. They always are. João Neves gave them an early goal, a driven header that should have been the trigger. A moment to settle, control, and hurt. Instead, the goal exposed something. The moment the pressure lifted, Portugal revealed exactly what they were. A team with the ball and no clear idea what to do with it. Vitinha had 134 touches, 134, in a game where Portugal needed to break a low block and create fear. Bruno Fernandes circulated. João Neves continued to be sharp. Ronaldo waited. DR Congo were not there to entertain Portugal. They were there to survive, stay compact, and wait for the one moment Portugal gave them. Here is the detail most people miss. Portugal did not lack touches. They lacked threat. There is a version of possession that moves the opposition. The lines shift, the block compresses, spaces appear, and suddenly the goalkeeper's hands are involved. Then there is another version. Ball goes left, ball goes right, ball goes back. The opponent adjusts for 2 seconds and relaxes again. Portugal were playing the second version. Call it donut football. Everything happened around DR Congo's defensive shape. Left side, right side, wide channels, the occasional long ball. But the middle stayed sealed. The box stayed quiet. DR Congo did not need to dominate. They needed to survive long enough for one moment. Wissa gave them exactly that. Now, can you blame Ronaldo for this? Some of it, yes. He missed chances. At 41 years old, in a World Cup group stage match against a team sitting deep, every missed chance becomes a verdict. The debate about whether he should still start is real, and it is getting louder. But reducing the whole result to Ronaldo is the lazy version of this story. If your striker is isolated, if the ball arrives late, if the combinations break down 10 yards before the box, if the midfield recycles possession without ever accelerating through the lines, then the problem does not start at the top of the pitch. Ronaldo can be part of the problem without being the whole problem. This is where Belgium walks back into the room. Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Courtois, Company, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, a golden generation, properly golden with 0 excuses. And Martinez took that group to a World Cup semifinal, a Nations League 3rd place finish, and nothing else, no Euros, no World Cup. The criticism was never that Belgium had bad players. The criticism, the one Nainggolan was making out loud while others whispered, was that Martinez never fully turned those players into a machine. He assembled them. He managed them. But the system never became bigger than the individuals inside it. Now look at Portugal, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Vitinha, João Neves, Rafael Leão, Cancelo, Ruben Dias. Again, elite solutions everywhere you look. And again, the same question. Is there a system strong enough to organize those solutions into something genuinely dangerous? Different shirt, same warning sign, because this is the real problem with Portugal right now. Good possession moves the opponent. Bad possession only moves the ball. Against DR Congo, Portugal moved the ball 134 times through Vitinha alone, but they never moved the defensive block enough to break it. They lacked runners attacking the space behind the last line. They lacked central combinations that committed defenders and then punished them. They lacked tempo. The early goal, which should have been the catalyst, became permission to slow down, and then they paid for it. This was donut football. Everything around the middle, almost nothing through it. And with Martinez's contract expiring after the World Cup, this does not feel like a long-term project finding rhythm. It feels like a final attempt to make a golden squad work before the window closes. One draw is not fatal in this World Cup format. There are games left. Portugal can still come through. But this changes the emotional and tactical picture immediately. Goal difference matters. Other teams in the group are watching. Portugal cannot spend the next two matches still trying to figure out who they are. Because here is the real danger. And this is what Belgium fans lived through for years. The danger is not that Portugal are bad. The danger is that they are good enough to survive on individual quality until suddenly they are not. Until a better team comes. Until the margins tighten. Until the draw gets harder. And by then the structure that was never truly built is no longer fixable. Belgium did not fail because they had no talent. They failed because talent alone does not become a system. Portugal are staring at the same warning, and Roberto Martínez is the one holding the tactics board. Portugal's problem is not that they have no stars. Portugal's problem is that the stars are still waiting for the system to arrive. If you want more World Cup stories and tactical breakdowns, subscribe to the Playbook Lab. We are just getting started.